Hello, fire signs. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. Today I'm doing a bonus reading for you for mid-January, and this is going to be different than what you're accustomed to see on YouTube. So I'm going to pull 3 cards as a general energy as well as a die, as general energy for all 3 fire signs, and then I am going to timestamp for each individual signs where I'm going to pull some other cards pertaining to the different situations in life that could be applicable to you. All right, so I'm going to start off in this intro with that, the general energies, the general cards. And then I am going to park it after I've done that and go deeper into each sign. And the die. Okay, this is all gloomy, gloomy, gloomy. All right, so first of all, the die that we got is the sad face. This is someone crying. This is someone very sad. This is regret. It's melancholy. Could be depression. It could be heartbreak. It is what it is. We'll see what it is further for each individual sign. The other card that came in is this one here. I'm going to read this one here. Perfect Storm. On this card, it's very dark. And we have a crow or a raven. We have this ball of energy that's behind, and we have this energy that's looking up at the stars or the universe. And it looks like the perfect storm is on his way. And I don't see this as being negative, overly negative, but it is a dark moment that needs to happen. And most likely in order to pull through on the brighter side of things. So I'm going to put it here for now, and we'll see later. The extra message that we have here for you, fire signs, is I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Wow. This is the card. And look, I mentioned that I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love, sorry. But look at this person, she's praying to the universe. And fears are usually associated with crows, right? I know I have a deck where all the swords are not swords, they're crows. And, you know, those are mental fears, mental anguish. On this card here, what I see in here is someone who's sleeping. This little girl is sleeping in the arms of a robot. And his heart is set on, meaning it's loving. A deeper meaning to this card is probably that you need to trust technology that's around you. And the technology is there to help you out because the heart is on. And you need to trust it, just like that little girl fell asleep in the arms of this robot. And I'll see how this works out, but it needs to work out with the rest somehow. And we'll see how this works out as we go along with the different signs. Okay, so I'm going to park it there, and then I'll be right back with each sign. Okay, Aries. So as I mentioned in the intro, which I suspect you probably just continued listening, we're going to see if this pertains to work for you. Okay, so if it's work related, what do the cards about work have to tell us? Lots of worries. Okay, so this is stress, the mice. Okay, you have a lot of fears and a lot of worries at work. And it is a perfect storm. It's enough where it makes you feel sad, depressed, and possibly very, very upset. Like you wish that you could just move on from there. And it probably does have to do with technology at work. You feel insecure about your job, or there is a possibility that as more technology comes into your workplace, there's less and less jobs that are being handled by humans. But somehow you need to trust into it anyways. And the perfect storm being that you're in the dead smack of this situation at work right now, and it's causing you this mental anguish. But that if you do face this fear, the fear that you're afraid of technology or the fear of losing your job, that if you accept it, that finally you're going to get some clarity. It's going to just vanish. The storm will blow right over. I mean, there will be a storm, but it'll blow over and you'll be, reborn into something new, someone new. You'll be able to focus on something positive again. All right, Aries. If this has to do with love and not work, with love, what message do we have about love for Aries? What message do we have about love for Aries? Too many cards and they don't want to come apart, so I'm not taking them. For Aries. Oh, the Grim Reaper. Oh my God. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Yeah, that's very self-explanatory. Yeah, you got to let this pass. You got to keep praying. You're going to be sad. It's going to look gloomy. But you need to focus on the positive. Maybe your relationship was just that. It was just too robotic. It was just doing the same crap day in and day out, like a robot, right? Mindless. Someone's love towards you or your love towards someone was on robotic action. There was no creativity, no romance. It was just in day out doing the same stuff. However, as we see from this little girl, someone was comfortable with that and someone trusted this. But because there's the tears here, I think you may feel this. I think you're the one that was on the receiving end. You were like entrusting in this relationship. You had committed yourself, but you weren't receiving what you were supposed to receive. And now, the Grim Reaper passes along and puts an end to the relationship. It's asking you to transform, grow and transform. All right, so do focus on the positive moving forward. And this fear, it's the fear probably of abandonment or fear of having to start all over again after the storm has passed. Don't worry, it's going to be a better day. And time will heal all wounds, right? Sorry about that, Aries. All right, now if it has to do with other things than love or work. Okay, you're getting a message of concern. Message of concern, and this could be pertaining to someone that you love, a family member, and I'm hearing grandparent or a parent. That makes you very sad. And it could very well be, and the reason why I'm thinking about that is I'm seeing that the robot is kind of like the technology around us, or, the home the person is in, or it could be something like the government. Very structured, very robotic, and there's not much of any leeway. It's the same way all the time. And your loved one isn't cared by this organization. And there's something happening that's going to happen that causes you to have this concern. Message of concern. So Aries, just stay in the light. You know, you're going to have fear, but just pray that you can get out of that fear so you can now understand love, or that you're going to focus on love moving forward. Okay, Aries. Here's a letter that could be pertaining to someone around you, H, who could be involved with you in this process. It could be H for hospital. It could be H for hospitality. It could be H for someone's initials or company name, whatever it is. Hospice, whatever it is, okay? You decide what it means. And then we have cards here for which sign that could be associated with you for this situation here. We have the Lovers, Gemini. Okay, so if you have someone around you that's Gemini, that could be associated with you with this, Aries. Let me know what you think about this, because this is completely different than what you probably have seen on YouTube. Pass some comments along, please. I would really appreciate it. Let me know if you like this. I don't have any tarot other than the little cards here for telling which sign could be around you this time. But I would appreciate it. Thank you so much, Aries. Take care. Until next time. Hello, Leo. So this situation here that we see, as I said in the intro, we have the robot, the little girl who's trusting the robot, trusting technology, trusting the organization, the government, the whatever. And a storm is coming. And it makes you very sad or depressed or melancholic or something, some state that's less than desirable. And then the message here says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So, of course, this perfect storm or this situation is going to be fearful to you. And you need to ascend or change that energy into something positive, which will be love. All right, let's see if this is pertaining to your work, Leo. There is a woman at work. If you're a woman, I doubt if it would be that, but I think it's about a woman at work. There's a woman at work that is causing this chaotic or this chaos. And I see this as you being this person. And you're entrusting of this woman who maybe pretends, because the heart is on, maybe pretends to be a loving or caring individual, or having your back, or having your best interest at heart, but in reality she does not. It's causing you sadness because you know the storm is coming. Some shit's going to hit the fan. Bottom line is, and it's going to cause you some grief. But you need to pray and hope that you can see the light and vibrate on a higher level to reach love, right? And not hatred and fear. Because if you stay in the fear until the event occurs, that's only going to trap in more fear and more negativity. So try at best to stop having fear regarding this, because you can't control it. You should not focus your attention on things you cannot control. What you can control is how you're going to behave, how you're going to feel about the situation. So try to focus on positive things to raise your energy level, so the storm is not going to be as perfect as it could be. Okay? All right, Leo, if it has nothing to do with work, but it has to do with a relationship like love, you have stabbed in the back. Leo. You're going to feel heartbreak. You're going to feel pain. There's going to be separation, deception, or shocking attack. The shocking attack could be verbally, right? It doesn't have to be a knife attack. I'm saying verbal communication all of a sudden that you're not expecting. You truly did trust this person, but they were fake. They weren't who really they're supposed to be. They're not meant for you. Okay? And you know something's brewing. And again, like I've said for the other signs, don't fear what's coming, because the more you fear, the more negative or the more impactful the perfect storm will be. Try to vibrate. Try to focus on other things, because you can't control what others will do. Try to vibrate on loving things. So focus your attention on loving things. The more you vibrate there, the more you'll bring positive things, and the less likely the perfect storm will be as perfect as it could have been. Okay? And maybe most of the storm will just pass over. However, it doesn't take away that you have been stabbed in the back and you're going to go through some pain. Okay? I'm sorry about that, Leo. All right. If it's not to do with love, now let's just look further into this. What other aspect of life could this be pertaining to? Oh, adjudication. This could be associated with you receiving some kind of a sentence, you receiving a court ruling that's not in your favor. And this is what I see from this. You could be in fear of this because your court date's not occurred yet. Okay? So you're fearing the worst. Yeah, and from this I can see that this could be you yourself, the little girl here, and you trusted either the government or you trusted someone else because their heart was on, right? You trusted them fully and completely, and somehow you got the big end of the shaft. Well, you know what I mean, like you got shafted. And now all of a sudden you're being taken to court, or you're having some kind of a legal action against you. Someone's going to be judging in your favor or against you through this card here. You're going to be served papers. And you're in a fear state, Leo. Like I've said to the other signs, you cannot control everything around you. You can only control how you behave or how you will feel about something. So if you try to focus on positive things, the impact of the perfect storm may not be as perfect, right? The impact may be less. So let's leave it at that, Leo, and I'm going to pull a letter card for you. We have the letter M, so maybe there's someone involved with the letter M, or this could speak for being a marionette at work. This could be your marriage. This could be anything. M, a word of action, a name, a company name that could be involved with you at this time. Maybe it's a mayor. I don't know. Anything starting with the letter M. What possible person could be involved with you from what sign? Leo. And we have the moon, which is Pisces. So you possibly have a Pisces around you that's involved with you with this, Leo. All right, Leo, let me know what you think. This is different than typical tarot cards. Let me know if you like the format. I am very sorry about the negativity with this, but let's focus on the positive. That way we will vibrate at a higher dimension, okay? And possibly this perfect storm will just blow over and not be as impactful, okay? Thank you, Leo. Please leave me a comment down there in the comment section and let me know what you think, okay? Until next time. Hello, Sagittarius. So as I mentioned in the introduction, there's this energy of someone trusting technology or someone trusting the big corporation or needing to trust the corporation or technology. We'll see how this pertains to you with your specific cards. There's a perfect storm that's brewing. It will bring you sadness, tears, or fears. And the card here that came out, the message was, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So it's asking you to not dwell on the fear, but to try to accept this fear and vibrate in a higher vibration. And that with love. Oh my God, and my cat just showed up. I'm sorry. Her name is Cut. Okay, so Sagittarius, this is the first time she's come to visit some sign. And she's a loving cat, so she's giving you some love, okay? So, all right, so let's start. Let's start with Lenormand, and this will be for work. So if this is pertaining to work, Saggy, what extra message do we see for you? For Sagittarius at work. Okay, there's a bunch of cards that came out, and I'm going to take them all. Because you have the clouds, and the clouds is confusion. There's a lot of confusion at work. And then this communication is verbal. There's going to be some communication coming towards you that's going to bring you some worries at work, okay? Or diminishing a situation or communication of lack of jobs, like people losing their jobs. Geez, and this is the fear factor that's coming into play, Sagittarius. You're going to probably fear the worst. And this is exactly it. You trusted your company. You trusted that technology. You trusted whoever it is. Their heart was on, meaning they were supposed to have your best interest at heart, and you trusted them wholeheartedly, but now you're starting to doubt that, okay? You're going to be sad about this, Sagittarius, fearful. But if you vibrate on a higher level and you pray to the universe and you focus on positive things, this perfect storm could be not as perfect as it appears, okay? It could just mostly blow over and avoid you completely or partially, okay? If it's pertaining to love for Sagittarius, we have the love card that came out. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. This one is difficult because if it's about self-love, Sagittarius, I feel that you're in a depressed state. And this card here is more like you're so exhausted, you're tired. And you're having to lean on whatever's out there to help you through this. It doesn't necessarily need to be human. It could be anything that helps you out. And you're in that kind of Nine of Swords energy, worries. You're not sleeping at night. You're terribly worried and anxious and fearful, and you're depressed. So you need to get out of this. You need to actually start praying. You need to start focusing your attention on positive things so that you can start eliminating some of this fear and learn to love yourself. If it has to do with another individual, I think that, you have provided them unconditional love your whole existence or how long you've been with them. And you're not receiving. You're that person. And the person is kind of robotic with you. They're just executing. They're not really giving you the full love that you deserve from having given them this full unconditional love. And now you're being sad about this and something's brewing. You just feel it. You're fearful about it. But if you do stay in a higher vibration, you're going to try to avoid bringing on more fear. Focus on the positive, and then this perfect storm, like I said, may not be as perfect. If it has to do with something else, some other aspect of your life, Sagittarius, here's what it is. A child. It could involve a child, or it could be a child around you doesn't necessarily mean it is your child. Or it could be your child. I kind of feel like there's custody battle here. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I'm thinking the robot being the government, the institution. And this is you or your child, right? Your child's going to be taken away from you for whatever reason, Sagittarius. I don't know. Maybe custody's going to the other parent. Or maybe your child needs to go to the hospital where you know that there's going to be care, but it's not the unconditional love you could give your child. Or if not a hospital, some kind of a reform school or some other school, or I don't know, something where your child will be involved and not taken care of by yourself. And this is going to cause you sadness, anguish, and you're going to be fearful. But if you focus on the positive, this perfect storm that's going to be hitting may not hit as hard. All right, Saggy, I hope this makes sense. I don't know, it will not resonate with everybody, but maybe one of the threes can. As well, the letter E came out for you, so maybe someone with the name E or some organization with the letter E or company with the letter E may be involved with you through this, as well as someone from what sign. We're going to see what card comes up. Who's involved with Sagittarius? Who could be involved? Ooh, we have the Tower, and that's Aries. So it could be an Aries that's involved with you with this. All right, Sagittarius. Let me some comment, please. Let me know how you like this, because this is different than the regular tarot that you see on YouTube. So let me know if you like this concept. And if you do, tell me what you like about it. And if you don't, tell me what you don't like about it as well. All right, so I'm going to leave you on that, and I'm going to wish you all the best. And until next time, take care. Bye now, Sagittarius.